Hello, 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 everyone. Hello. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are seeing this video. Howdy. I trust that you are having a beautiful morning, afternoon, or night. Let me go ahead and get this party started. Okay, so I have a okay, Spirit. I have a message, a download. I guess I could consider it a download. I was not even going to lead with this message. I was going to record the self-care and stress relief video first, but I'm being guided to start with this one. Okay, we're going to start with this one. The message, the download, the etc. Okay, so if you pay any attention to anything I do around here, any of my posts or anything, yesterday I did a poll. Was it day before yesterday or yesterday? I think it was yesterday I did a poll. So really quickly for context, today is March 11th, 2026. Okay, and only for context. Just because I mentioned that I did the poll yesterday, and I don't know when you're seeing this video, you could be seeing this video a week from then. Just so you know, it was March 10th when I started the poll, when I did the poll. And in the poll, I asked of one of three questions. And basically I was asking the collective, which of these three questions, knowing the answer, which one would help you on your spiritual journey? And after about 20 hours, the rain is falling, raindrops falling down. Anyway, after about 20 hours, I went back to the poll, and the unanimous vote was for the question, what is my spiritual power and how do I walk in it? Okay, so I was guided to go ahead and take a moment to answer this question as I was sitting here getting other things situated, working on other things, because I'm always working on something. Even if you don't see what I'm working on, oh, believe me, I'm always working on something. My brain is always storming, much like what's going on outside right now. Okay? So I was in the zone, doing my thing, brainstorming, coming up with ideas and all kinds of shit. And Spirit came to me and was like, the answer to that question for them is right here. Pick up your pen. So I grabbed my pen and I wrote what Spirit gave me to write. So this is the answer. Oh shit. My bad, y'all. my daughters just text because our handler just left to go to work and it just started raining hard as fuck. So they just text the group chat and said it started raining hard as fuck and he didn't take the umbrella, and my other daughter started laughing. Oh my god, I can't. Anyways, karma. Like I was saying, I was guided to go ahead and write what Spirit. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Karma been whooping that man's ass. Anyway, this is what Spirit gave me to write for the answer to this question for my lovely soul family that wanted to know the answer for this question. Okay? So what is my spiritual power and how do I walk in it? Your spiritual power, your spiritual powers are, one, your faith. Let me say that again. Your spiritual powers are, one, your faith. Okay? And you don't have to be religious to have faith. Okay? Optimism, hope, faith, trust, all those things are the same energy. I personally do not like the word hope, though. For me, hope gives the insinuation, I've said this a few times, hope gives the insinuation that there's chance. There's 50-50. I hope this happens because it might not. I don't like that fucking word. Okay? Because for me, in my personal life, in my reality, there is no fucking hope. Motherfucker, I know it's going to work out. I don't even like to use the word hope. Sometimes it comes out inadvertently during conversation, though, but I don't like to knowingly use the word hope, because I don't hope shit. I know, I trust, I declare and decree, I command and demand, okay? There is no hope. I'm not giving the room for the chance of anything to go any way that I don't want it to go. No hope, I know, okay? But these things, these words are indicative of faith, okay? So, power number one is your faith. And like I said, you do not have to be religious to have faith, okay? I'm not religious at all whatsoever. And I have unshakable fucking faith. I'm like David. When David came up against Goliath, I'm like David, I ain't scared of nothing and no fucking one. I said it before, I fight men. I fear nothing and no one. Because what the fuck are you really going to do to me? And whatever the fuck you can do to me, believe me, God can do worse to you for doing whatever the fuck you do to me. So, did I really lose? I'm just saying. So, you need to have unshakable, unwavering, unquestionable faith. In what? You need to know and have faith and know that you are protected. You need to have faith and know that you are taken care of always, in all ways, by spirit, universe, divine, God, Ra, your ancestors, etc. Whatever you call them, whoever it is that you subscribe to, it's all the same damn energy. But like I said, you need to have unquestionable, unwavering, unshakable faith. Okay? Literally, that's power number one. Because you are protected and taken care of always, in all ways. If you weren't, you wouldn't be here still right now. You have been taken care of. No matter what your life looks like, you have been taken care of. The only time we are not taken care of by universe, God, divine spirit, again, whatever you call them, is when we are not listening to the instruction given to help us stay taken care of. Or when we are completely not tapped in to get the instruction to be taken care of. Or when you completely opt out and you just, I don't believe in any of it. When you opt out of the protection. Like, go. You don't even believe. Go. So, yeah. Okay? So, no matter what is going on around you, you need to have enough faith, hope, optimism, whatever you call it, to know that no matter what the fuck is going on around you, in reality, nothing's going on around you because none of that shit can actually touch you, affect you, unless you let it. It's all psychological. So there could be fucking flames all fucking around me and everything could be collapsing down around me. But I have the unshakable, unquestionable faith to know that no matter what the fuck is going on, I'm going to be okay. No matter what the fuck is going on, I'm taken care of. No matter what the fuck is going on, it's always going to lead to me having something better. Always. In all ways. So what and who should I fear? And same for you. If you have unquestionable, unshakable faith and belief, then who and what shall you fear? Fucking nothing. Because fucking nothing can do anything to you. Nothing can do shit to you. Nothing can fucking touch you. Because you are that goddamn protected. You are that damn important. You are that much of a big deal to the big guys that even if a motherfucker tried, it would backfire before it got to you. And if it didn't backfire before it got to you, it's because it was a lesson you needed to learn. It was something you didn't listen to. Okay? Or it was something you needed to give you some kind of growth to get you to the next point that's going to be better than the point you started from. That's how you have to look at things. That's part of the unshakable, unwavering faith. No matter what the fuck is going on around you, everything is going to work out for you. Nothing happens to you. It happens for you. Period. Okay? Now, remembrance is the second power. Your second spiritual power is remembrance. Let me explain. Spirit said that remembrance is remembering who you are authentically which is basically the parts of you that you hid and tucked away from the world and from yourself because the world or people and situations made you feel as if being you was a problem. Do I need to read that again? I'm going to read that again. Remembrance is remembering who you are authentically. The parts of you that you hid and tucked away because there were people and situations in the world that made you feel as if being you was a problem. Okay? So, remembering who you are authentically is part of power number 2. When you remember who you are authentically, it's basically you realizing that you are royalty, spiritual royalty, okay? Royalty in spirit, and that you control your life, your reality, your reactions, your everything. You are the control center, okay? Remembrance is remembering that you are the control center. It's remembering who the fuck you are, okay? Realizing that you are spiritual royalty. It's remembering that you are spiritually unfuckwittable. Who can get to the king or the queen to harm the king or the queen? It usually takes someone from the inside to do that. So if you are spiritual royalty, who can get to the king or the queen? It's very difficult for anyone to get to the king or the queen. If you are spiritual royalty, tell me who can fuck with a god or a goddess? I'll wait. Exactly. Spiritually unfuckwittable. When you remember who you are, when you remember that you are spiritual royalty, it becomes second nature, instinct to walk in your power, okay? If you saw my post yesterday about the older man that delivered my groceries and the first thing he said was, "You look good today," and I was like, "Thank you." And I looked down at my phone to basically like, okay? And I waited for him to put my groceries down. And then he says to me, "I'm sure your husband loves it." Just like this. I did not look up from my device. I did not look at him. I literally said just like this, "Mind your business." And he quickly apologized, said that he was going to mind his business and wished me a good day and left my fucking presence. Because, sir, I am spiritual royalty. How dare you speak to me as if I'm a common heifer on the goddamn street? Who the fuck do you think you are, and who the fuck do you think I am? And one of my favorite quotes that I have said to someone in the recent year, I told this person, "You got me so fucked up that you're fucking yourself." Okay? That I walk in my power. So for this man to speak to me that way, to me, I have spiritual royalty. You don't have the right to speak to me that way. What the fuck is wrong with you? Put my shit down and get the fuck out of my presence. Because that ain't how you talk to me. I'm not a commoner. I'm not a peasant. I'm not a street rat. Don't talk to me like I'm filth. Talk to me with some fucking respect, or don't talk to me at all. Period. Okay? So when you remember who the fuck you are, it's okay for you to set boundaries with people. When you set them fucking boundaries, you stand on that motherfucking boundary like it's a motherfucking mountain. Okay? It's unshakable. It's unmovable. Stand on that motherfucking mountain of boundary. People treat you and talk to you the way that you allow them to. You see how quickly that man apologized to me and left my presence? Yeah. Not over here. That's not how you talk to a goddess, motherfucker. Correct yourself and get out of my face. And that's what walking in your power is like, okay? Now, it doesn't mean be an asshole to people. I wasn't an asshole to that man. But I clearly let him know, you crossed the fucking line and I'm not the one to cross the line with. You better depart from me. That's walking in your spiritual power, okay? Now, when you combine unquestionable and unshakable faith with remembrance of who the fuck you are and were created to be, that is the essence and the formation of spiritual power. That's the power you walk in, okay? Once you recognize your power, Walking in your power, like I said, becomes instinct or second nature. Okay? Carry yourself as royalty because you fucking are royalty. Use your spiritual authority to command respect and your reality. Set boundaries with anyone who needs it and stand on that shit, like I said, like it's a mountain. Okay? Accept nothing, bare minimum, from anyone or anything. Do not settle for shit. If it ain't what you want, don't take it. Okay? Walk with the confidence that is bestowed upon you, built from your faith and remembrance, and know that nothing and no one can do shit to you because you are protected by spirit, universe, divine, God, Ra themselves, and because you are also God themselves. Okay? Nothing and no one can also do shit to you that you don't allow them to do. So when you are walking and standing in your spiritual power, no one and nothing can do anything to you that you do not allow them to do. So my loves, that is the answer to the question. What is your spiritual power? Faith and remembrance. How do you walk in it? Once you find the faith unshakable and unquestionable, and once you remember who the fuck you are, it's inevitable to stand in your power. It's second nature. It's instinct, my loves. So that is the answer. That is what I have for you guys for this message. Oh, yes, really quickly. Right now, for a limited time, I am offering spiritual warfare strategies calls. This is a free 30-minute call to anyone who feels that they are under spiritual attack, spiritual warfare, or wants to know if they are. Again, this is a strategies call, so I will be talking with you about your situation, what you are dealing with, going through, etc., and coming up with strategies and ways to help you win the war. I don't know if you got the memo, but I am a war general, a spiritual war general, okay? So they don't call me Idiot the Goat for nothing. It's not just because I have all these crazy abilities and can read energy and shit. Oh, no, no, no. I'm also Idiot the Goat because I am the greatest of all time at everything I do. I am a war general. I have survived so many goddamn spiritual wars. It's not even funny, and I can help you, okay? I can help you stop being fearful and start being powerful so that you can win the war. So if you are interested in booking a spiritual warfare strategies call, again, a free call to you, down below in the description box is the direct link to do so. Also, if you're interested in any other of my services, down below the direct link to the spiritual warfare strategies call is the link to my Set More, which is my booking page, where you can look at everything I have to offer and choose your weapon. But my loves, I'm going to close this message here. I declare and decree it reaches who it is meant to reach in a timely fashion, and that I have answered the question to the best of my ability and with clarity for you. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-da!